You got a raise this year, maybe a promotion. The numbers on your paycheck are definitively higher than they were 24 months ago. Mathematically, you should be breathing easier. Yet, when the end of the month rolls around, the checking account looks eerily familiar. There is no surplus. There is no breathing room. This is lifestyle inflation. And the reason it is so damaging is that it rarely feels like a financial misstep while it is happening. It feels like you are finally reaping the rewards of your hard work. The simple reality is that growing your income and growing your wealth are two entirely separate skills. If you rely on a bigger salary to automatically generate financial freedom, you will remain trapped. Think back to when you were earning less. Certain things simply were not options. You didn't dine out 4 nights a week because the budget didn't support it. You drove an older car. You shared an apartment. It didn't feel like a sacrifice at the time. It was just your normal baseline. Then your income rises. Slowly, the financial guardrails come down. A celebratory dinner becomes a weekly staple. The occasional out-of-reach treat quietly morphs into an everyday habit. Every individual step up makes perfect sense in the moment. The nicer apartment is a reasonable match for the new salary. You don't wake up intending to inflate your entire life. You just make a dozen tiny, easily justified upgrades. This graph shows exactly where the math breaks. Your income line goes up by 20% over 2 years. But if your spending line creeps up by 25% over that same window, you have actively pushed yourself into a worse position. You made a sequence of highly logical consumer decisions. That one stacked together constructed a mathematically irrational financial reality. The force driving this mathematical leak is a psychological glitch known as hedonic adaptation. Humans adjust to new circumstances incredibly quickly. The thrill of a new car fades in a month, and then it just becomes the car you drive to work. The upgrade stops delivering happiness almost immediately, but you keep paying full price for it every single month. You end up caught in a loop. You earn more, you spend more to match the new salary, and your baseline satisfaction flatlines. You are running at high speed just to maintain a stagnant position. Left unchecked, your own psychology will automatically consume every pay bump you ever receive. Building an actual safety net requires short-circuiting that natural human instinct. Understanding the psychology is useless without cold, mechanical systems to interrupt the behavior. This diagram shows the 50% rule. Every time your income increases, you take exactly half of that new money and automatically redirect it into investments or savings before it ever touches your checking account. You let yourself enjoy the remainder, but it is impossible to inflate your lifestyle with capital that is structurally hidden from your daily view. Next, you have to watch your savings rate, the percentage of your income you keep, not the dollar amount. If you save more dollars, but your total savings percentage shrinks, lifestyle inflation is actively eating your raise. You also need to ruthlessly separate genuine upgrades from status upgrades. A safer vehicle or a shorter commute improves your daily reality. Upgrading a perfectly fine phone just because the newest model is out is a status play. It drains your capital and delivers zero lasting utility. Finally, impose a 30-day cooling-off period on any major purchase after a raise. By forcing a waiting period, you starve the emotional urgency of hedonic adaptation and force the choice to be made from a place of logic. Together, these rules act as automated pressure valves. They protect your capital from the highly predictable temptations of human nature. The objective here is not to live like a monk or force a 0% inflation rate. The objective is controlled lifestyle inflation. You want your lifestyle to grow, just at a deliberately slower pace than your earnings. This area chart shows the gap. It is the physical space between your total earnings and your total expenditures. As the income line rises at a steeper angle than the spending line, the space between them continually widens. True, sustainable wealth is built entirely inside that expanding space. Financial freedom is never dictated by the raw size of a paycheck. It is determined exclusively by the size of the gap you manage to protect.